Now there, I was pretty much sticking right close to those chord tones, trying to make little melodies around them, but I was sticking pretty close to those chord tones. Okay? Remember, to say something, not just to noodle around in a particular key. You want to say something. So let's talk about, in our How Music Works section, about hearing melodies and being able to translate them through our fingers. Remember the items that we need to keep track of when we're soloing. Are we creating a good melody? Are we actually saying something? Are we in the right key? Are we using the right chord tones with that? When you're playing your patterns, don't just run through your patterns up and down. Try and make some music with it. Vary up the rhythm. Vary up the notes that you're playing. Okay, let's talk about creativity for a second. Hearing what you want to play. I wish I could say there's a magic pill to where I could give you the secret and you could just automatically hear what notes you need to play and be able to play them. The only way I found that you're able to hear a melody and then be able to play it back is just by sheer trial and error. You just do it a bunch of times. And you get better at choosing the right notes. Remember that saying? Good solo is made up of good choices. There are no wrong notes, just poor choices. So we're going to learn about how to choose better notes when we do our solos. Okay? It all starts with hearing. Okay? So we're going to do a little bit of ear training exercise for you to hear some different melodies. I'm going to play something, and then I want you to play it back to me. Okay? I'm going to start just up here at the 5th fret. Okay? So see if you can play what I'm playing. 1, 2, ready, go. Then your time, 2, 3, 4. Again. Now your time. Go. Now your time. Ready, again. 1, 2, 3. Let's start on a different note. 1, 2, ready, and you play. 1, 2, 3. Let's bend that note. You play it. Again. 2, 3, 4. Ear training is of utmost importance. We're only able by time here just to do a little bit of example of it. But try and pick out melodies on the radio of songs that you know. Try and pick them out on your guitar. And yes, you'll make a bunch of mistakes at first. You'll sound stupid. A lot of folks, they get all bent out of shape of sounding stupid when they play a solo. Well, you're going to sound stupid for a while. That's just how it is. So you practice in your bedroom, whatever, and you don't get too bent out of shape with how you sound. Because you're learning. You're learning how to walk, just like a toddler is learning how to walk. And that's what you're doing with soloing. So don't get too bent out of shape that you make, you try and go for one note and you accidentally hit another one that was not the note that you were intending. That's all part of learning and growing. Okay? Creativity is work. It's hard work. And the good news is that the more you do it, the better you get at it. If you're not hearing anything and you don't know what to play, well, start off with a finger pattern. See if that doesn't give you some ideas as you're going through it. But basically it's just a lot of sheer repetition and getting better at choosing the melodies that you want to do. Here's your assignment for this week. I want you to practice soloing over the jam tracks exercises for session 19. Look at the key, look at the chord tones and the style, and try and derive a good, recognizable melody from that. Remember, it's not about speed, complexity, or doing finger patterns. It's about creating something that says something. Okay? I also want you to practice the ear training exercises with the jam-along tracks to help you train your ear. A little bit goes a long way in training our ear. The mechanics of playing the guitar are pretty straightforward. It's the knowing what to play that is the tricky part. Some start up high, some down low. Start different places on the neck. See what happens. Okay? We'll see you next time. Okay, welcome to the workshop time. Let's see if we can put some of these soloing techniques that we've learned about into action. So this one is going to be a lot of listening to tracks and you try and play a melody. I won't play too much. I want you to try and pick out a melody as we go through these. Okay? Remember, what makes a good solo? Melody, balance, say something when you play, not just playing finger patterns. Speed and complexity don't make a good solo. Okay? Here we go. Let's try a few. Let's start with number 2. Or actually, no, let's start with number 3. C. And you try and solo over these. How'd you do on creating a solo? Did you get some ideas from that? We're going to do that one more time, give you a little bit more opportunity to get some chances of playing that. Okay, let's do it one more time. Okay, now we're going to take the same chord progression, same exact chord progression, we're going to put it in a different style. This time it's going to be kind of more of a rock style, so try and use some bending of some notes. Okay, it kind of has an eighth note pulse, so see if you can maybe do something with that. Let's try it. Let's try it one more time, give you another chance to go through it. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's try one more. This is the soft rock one. Okay, let's try this exercise. Okay, now we're going to do these exercises one more time. This time I'm not going to play at all. We're just going to let the tracks run. Okay, starting on number 3, the jazz one that starts in C and A minor. Great. Okay, let's take a look at the next one, number 4. Great, how'd you do? Let's take a look at that next one. This one changes to a little bit of a soft rock style, so be ready for that. Now, there are plenty more exercises in your Jam Along CDs to give you practice in soloing. I would encourage you to go through all of them, different styles, different keys, give you all the practice that you need. Let me give you some encouragement. Good soloing takes time and lots of trial and error. You didn't learn to walk overnight, and you're not going to learn how to play a solo overnight either. It takes a lot of just doing it over and over and over again until you find out what works. It's like you're putting words together to start forming sentences. That's how soloing is. So don't be discouraged with yourself. You're going to sound bad for a while. That's kind of how soloing is. If you let that discourage you, then you'll never venture out and start doing what you need to do. So I'll go ahead and see you next time.